men's fragrance, acrid sweat, and chestnut balm for aching joints. Dijkstra.
Ah, those witches' senses. Can't hide a damn thing from you lot.
Same seems to be true for you. Will you ever leave me alone?
Someday, sure. Once I no longer need you.
Dijkstra, what are you plotting this time?
What would you say? How many mages did we save, altogether?
Dunno, didn't count. 30, maybe, give or take a few.
And how many would you say remain in the north? How many alchemists, healers, herbalists? 2,000? 3?
Doing a population count? Is that it?
No, I'm concerned. In Novigrad they had us, we were here. But who'll save those in Rimba, Banard, Ardcaraig, Gullet? You know damn well that daft bastard Radovid won't rest till he's killed them all. Every last one. Yennefer and Triss included.
Moving as speeches go. Now get to the point. Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to help me kill Radovid.
You that concerned about the mages of the world? Expect me to believe that?
Actually, yes. But not because I'm sensitive or it gives me a heartache, true. To my mind, this systemic persecution is foremost a symptom of a far more serious problem. A madman rules Redania. I served Vizimir, Radovid's father, was his head of intelligence for more than 2 decades. Together, we transformed Redania, made it the North's most powerful realm. Any idea what made it strong?
Its armies, I'd wager.
And you'd bloody lose, you idiot. Mass mobilization, inciting peasants to take up their scythes, straighten them. Where's the art in that? Much harder to build a strong state with healthy commerce, manufacturing, solid alliances, progressive science, and fair, independent courts that hand down just judgments. Vizimir and I managed to do just that, through years of fucking hard work. I will not sit on my hands as that little shit squanders that. Radovid the stern, my arse. Radovid the witless, I'd say. Will you help me, Geralt?
After a speech like that, and after everything else I've seen, yeah, absolutely. Fuck yes. There is no way of saying no in this situation. It's the culmination of everything in Novigrad. All the shit we've seen, all the things that have gone wrong in both the north and in Novigrad, if you're talking locally. There is no walking away. Oh, you might be willing to do so if you're a piece of shit. You might also be willing to let Triss deal with all of this on her own. They don't care about any of this. But the way it's written, I just can't see a justification. Except this ridiculous notion that somehow the North is worth preserving under Radovid, or that Geralt will never ever in his life get involved in politics, which is fundamentally untrue.
I don't kill kings, just not a regicide. Rumors to the contrary be damned.
I know. I'm merely asking for your aid in organizing the assassination. Someone else will strike the blow.
Dijkstra. Might not have heard this, though I'd find that hard to believe. But witchers are neutral on principle, so...
Oh, bollocks. That's a convenient excuse you lot try to hide behind every time the temperature rises. It's grown hot, my friend, and it grows hotter still. Pyres burn in every city. For mages great and small, your female friends included. For non-humans, for witchers soon. Is that the North you espouse? The North you're prepared to live in? Silence. Cards close to your chest, I understand. To slay a king, it's not exactly some bloody necker contract. You think on this. Think on what I said. And if you conclude you'd rather change the course of history instead of riding its current to hell, you come find me. At the Passiflora in the garret. I'll be waiting with my mates.
I'll think about it.
So long, Geralt.
We'll see each other soon. There's nothing to think about over here. I had to remove my gauntlets, by the way. And my boots? What? It's an interesting affair. Alright. Let's go. The Passiflora. Let's start with Dijkstra. There is no simple way around this. There's no way of saying no. Alright. A deadly pot.
No discounts, no credit.
My account at Vivaldi's bank.
Don't
That usurer is lower and lower returns.
No
Returns are not my concern.
Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
Think I pissed me trousers.
Geralt, greetings. Come now, darling, don't be shy.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm here to...
Speak softly. I know very well why you're here. They await. This way, please.
Alright.
This way. Upstairs.
To threaten one nobly born with a whip,
Oh.
refusing to bow before a chapel.
Wagered a whole bundle of
Must you
villages
really
and he
believe
lost.
Nonsense. I'm sorry, but I don't believe it.
Geralt, you're here. Good.
Might have chosen a more secluded spot to plot an assassination.
It's on everyone's mind. Many would like to do it, so there's nothing to fear. Besides, this venue's got a tradition in this domain. Might even consider it fabled. Folka planned her revolt here. By extension, King Vridank's murder too.
Comparing yourself to Folka? Far as I can recall, no one in Redania's annals has a bloodier reputation.
Her rebellion changed the course of history. That's what we have in common. In terms of blood, we aim only to shed Radovids. I'm pleased you're willing to play a part. Must admit, I wasn't certain you'd show.
Thought about what you said. That Triss and Yen would never be safe as long as Radovid was alive.
You better believe it. Well, I'm pleased we've arrived at an understanding. To the matter at hand. I believe you know my associate.
Roche, you here?
Retired intelligence operatives. We have a club.
Defended a king once. Ready to assassinate another now?
Not proud of it, yet. I considered all the options and found none better. Radovid's proven many times he only ever forwards his own interests. When Kedwin asked for help, he invaded. When I begged him to support Vizima's defense, he showed me the door. The war nears its end. We've come to a decisive phase. We must act quickly. I've no illusions. Only a dead Radovid means a free Temeria.
How's that work? Seems to me Radovid is Temeria's ally.
Only as long as my guerrillas do what pleases him, support his troops. Once he wins the war, he won't acknowledge the previous borders, nor wish to restore them. He dreams of a northern empire. As long as he lives, Temeria will never be free.
But we didn't bring you here to bore you with politics. Radovid's a threat to Triss and Yennefer. Remember that. That ought to interest you most.
All right. What do you want from me?
One of our co-conspirators ventured out to meet an informer. He's not returned, yet the plan's success hinges on what he's learned. We've got to find him. And you're the best tracker around.
Tracker, huh? Really? Anything else you can tell me? Where this associate was last seen, for instance?
He's travelling as a journeyman. Itinerant cobbler, that's his cover. He was first to venture across the Pontar, Most probably did so via the Redanian checkpoint. With a man there who should know more. Calls himself Gregor.
Let a Redanian soldier in on your plan to murder Redania's king?
You see, there are even some Redanians who cannot abide Radovid's policies. And when simple soldiers notice something's not quite right, well, then it's time to act.
Fine, I'll talk to Gregor.
Thank you. And try not to draw too much attention, if you can. Remember, the future hinges on the success of this mission. The future of Temeria. The future of the North.
I know. I'll try not to fuck it up. See ya.
We're counting on you, Geralt. Anyone see you come in?
No one apart from Madame Serenity and your lackey.
Off the street, I mean.
No one. Nerves getting the better of you.
I'm not nervous, just cautious. A trait you ought to nurture as well.
I know, and I am. Go out about the streets for a time to lose any tales. I've worked in intelligence as long as you have. I need no lessons in spycraft. Thank you for agreeing to do this, Geralt. The sooner you finish, the better.
Nice to chat and all, Geralt, but don't you have a job to do?
I'll see you guys later. It's a pity this never goes anywhere. Oh, I mean, sure, we do kill Radovid eventually. It's just like, it's like an abrupt ending and then an abrupt beginning again. Doesn't really feel right. Just purely from... I'm not even talking about the quality of the story. I'm just talking here from the way it's set up. It's pretty bad.
I'm sorry.
Either way.
I don't believe it.
The decision's made.
Think I pissed me trousers.
There is no other decision in my mind. Except this one.
They've gone mad.
Besides,
Lost their minds.
would refuse to spend more time with Dijkstra in this game. He's arguably one of the best written characters, at least in the early part. And then they take the piss on him. Well, sadly.
Stay out of my way.
Ah! In a hurry?
Come through.
Looking for Gregor.
You found him? Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia. Dijkstra sent me.
Been expecting someone. Let's take a walk.
Nice job decorating your guard post.
By orders of our gracious and merciful ruler, the good king.
What was their crime?
One on the right's a peller from a village nearby. Gave some bloke the wrong advice. Bloke's mates informed on him. Neighbour held a grudge against the one on the left. Accused him of witchcraft.
Just humans at each other's throats. That's not Radovid's fault.
Who do you think set down the laws that mean folk hanged for such offences?
Seem to have lost all respect for the king. Why serve him?
What am I to do? I was born a Redanian. I won't desert. Besides, I enlisted when Vizimir was still on the throne. Now that was a good king, wise and just. Radovid's something else. He's got war on the brain. And I don't want Redania to look anything like that.
Let's talk. Must know why I'm here.
Take it it's about our cobbler friend. Yeah, he came through here on his way out. Didn't come back though. Patrol went out yesterday, reported an abandoned cart a ways off the road. Aimed to go out there, see if it's his. Couldn't get away.
Thanks. Good enough to start with. Farewell.
Hold on. You got a pass? Won't get back through without one.
Yeah, I got one.
Alright. Good luck.
Thanks. See ya.
Farewell.
crawl back under your rock.
Rogues and curs the lot. One pa sent his lasses off into the woods.
Alright.
Kept his lad at home. Something to be snow.
Refugees. All around the place.
Master Witcher, there's
I
an open
advise
burial
you
ground in
well.
the caverns
Steer
hereabouts
far
in the
afield of Spitfire Bluff.
Terribly dear, these tariffs.
It's the king who sets them, not me.
But you decide who passes, not Radovid.
Alright. Over there? Okay, that's close. Not far away at all. Wait, didn't I free this fellow? I think I did. Alright.
Cart doesn't look damaged. Strange. Need to look around. Might find something. Signs of a scuffle. Somebody got knocked out. Dragged off.
Wolves.
Not bad.
There we go. Not a problem. Let me see if I can find the... Yep. I'm certain to an extent that it's there. To an extent.
What's he doing here?
Ah, guess I was wrong.
Greetings.
Away go, witchy go. You did pick me.
I can see that. Just wondering how those shoes has wound up here.
Here you did grow. Like the mushroom.
Shoes don't sprout from the ground. You see who left them behind here?
Speak no rogue. Oh, anger gets Og and Pog.
Og and Pog. Those your friends?
Finderinger's great Og Pog. Human finder on big suited cart. Suited big like so.
What did they do to this human?
Og Pog man's cover to take. They're over.
Do you eat him?
Nah, no. Body man's, stringy man's, blah. Oggy make man's suited make. Frog, Pog and Rog suited make.
You even need shoes?
Suited on human did it. Suited once Og, Pog and Rog. Big lords trollers be. Like human did.
So long. Troll cave must be nearby.
And suited is shining at it.
It's not your only arse-biting recourse.
When what Og hit make, humans is all time die.
Thaler? Should have known. Who better to teach trolls how to cuss?
Geralt, my, been bloody years.
This Oh,
Relax, Og. This bugger's an old friend of mine.
bugger friend I'll go. A wheeze in soup throw.
I'd make for an awfully veiny morsel.
Right, true that. Just look at the ploughing bastard. Naught but skin and bones. Well, gentle trolls, high time I travelled on. You, practice what I taught you. Give you a fucking exam next time I come through.
Can't let no go. Tell her sit. Sit ass down. Tell her suck cock shoesies make.
I can see you've made friends, but Thaler needs to come with me.
Blood know where Thaler go. Thaler shoesies makes.
But I need him.
Thaler's here stay. You shoesies got. Og shoesies got not. Rug got not. Pug got not. Thaler shoesies make. Thaler go.
Now let's all stay calm. Thaler will be back. He just needs to come with me. We'll, get some leather for your shoes.
Listen to Geralt. He's telling the ploughing truth. Look at your feet. They're fucking mammoth. Need a damn bale of leather to make shoes for them. Understand? Me and Geralt will get some cocksucking leather. Then I'll come back and make your blasted shoes for you.
Shoesies pug for? And rug for?
2 pairs for each of you gnarled pricks.
Thaler go. But back come must.
Knew you buggers were good mates. Sit tight. Be back in a bit. Gotta admit, you have a way with trolls. Ever thought of having children?
Children aren't trolls, and vice versa. Besides, witches are sterile.
Ah, you've not changed a bit. Still tart as rotten rhubarb. Ah.
Life treating you all right?
Bit like a potato beetle. I keep quiet, stay out of trouble, and live on fucking potatoes.
It's been a while. Fill me in.
Nilfgaard fucking dismantled the Temerian Secret Service in one night. I barely escaped with my life. Proceeded to drown my sorrows till my liver screamed bloody murder.
What do you do now?
Grassroots work. I hang about the area, watching, listening, asking questions, and recruiting new agents.
Farewell.
Yeah, I do. Most of the fucking time, thanks.
Okay, then.
Thanks again, Geralt. I'll take it from here. And I'll be sure to tell Roche and Dijkstra how you buggered Og and his mates sideways. As I see it, they'll be so impressed they'll shit themselves.
Tell me, you were a fence in Vizima. How'd you become a cobbler?
Pick the least suspicious profession. The fence thing, shite cover. Pissed too many folk off. I didn't need the attention. Sort about being an innkeep. You meet a lot of folk, you know, tossers mostly, but willing to talk about all sorts of things. Problem is, you're tied down like a mutt on a chain. One and the same yard all the time.
Whereas a cobbler travels everywhere.
Better believe it. Even cobbled together this fancy rolling stall.
Lovely.
Bloody bullseye. I've made a small fortune out of it since the war started. Those pricks in uniform are always marching. Know what happens when their cocksucking boots disintegrate? Their feet bleed, blister up. Not a soldier out there wouldn't sell his mother for a comfy pair of combat boots.
So what'll you do now?
What do you mean? Head back to Novigrad. Dijkstra, Roche and I have got a master plan to set in motion.
I'll ask again. Details.
Forgive me, mate, I plough in can't. See, were it just up to me, I'd spill it loud and proud. You're trustworthy like no one else I know. But I'm not on my own, so bloomin' unilateral decisions are out of the question. Trap stays shut, I'm afraid.
Right, gotcha. So long, Thaler, and good luck.
Oh, I can bloody use it. Radovid's one crafty ore with a clap. But we'll figure a way round that twat. Soon the old bloody North will be blathering about how he got fucked.
Careful it's not also blathering about 3 assassins, drawn and quartered.
Fear not, Geralt. We know what we're doing. Farewell.
Did I hear right? Word is you like to play cards.
I like to play, period. Dice, cards, chess. I unwind playing games. You asking 'cause you got fuck all to talk about? Or are you in the mood for a round?
All right, let's play. Just remember, only interested in good cards. Don't want any trash.
little is rotting cunt. Know how long it took me to assemble that ploughing deck?
You've been at this for a while. Gotta know some players who are good, and what's more, have good cards.
Been hearing a lot of late about some prick named Lambert. Supposed to have an evil fucking deck. You might know him, actually. He's a witcher.
Well, I actually got my card. Or Geralt's card. Anyway, I've done most of the things that could be done around here, right? So there is still a there's still Dandelion's quest, which I think I'll do as well before I head off to Skellige. But beyond that, the vast majority of stuff in Novigrad's been done. The main storyline in Novigrad's been done. I don't like it. I mean, to be fair about Novigrad, it's not all bad, but it's just like a slap across the face for a lot of people that liked the Witcher 2 storyline because, and even the Witcher 1 storyline, because they take the piss on a lot of the moral dilemmas that existed in both of those games. Moral conflicts. For what? To be the next Skyrim? I mean, I sure hope for CD Projekt it was worth it getting all these games at the Game of the Year awards. But here's a hint. They could have gotten those damn Game of the Year awards even if they had the good stories. Here's where they screwed up. They moved the main writer from The Witcher 3, who, after they designed Velen, like this is what I've read, what I've heard, anyway, from the developers themselves, actually, is that they moved, that Sebastian Stephen, who wrote the main story of Witcher 2, and who wrote part of the story of Witcher 3, was moved from Witcher 3 to Cyberpunk. So that might have been part of the reason. Now, that gives me some hope about Cyberpunk. One, because Velen is the best part of this fucking game story-wise, and two, because Witcher 2 is considerably better story-wise. So if the guy who wrote characters like Lefo and the main story of The Witcher 2 is writing Cyberpunk, there's reasons to be optimistic. But we'll see about that. Costin signing out. Stay tuned for more.